I was 3 years old. My mom just wanted to get me out of the house and do something for a couple hours. There's a local golf course. So we went there, and it's just a little muni driving range. And she got me a bucket of balls. So a pro came up and was like, "Oh, how long is he playing? He looks really good." And she's like, "This is his first day." And the guy was like, "Wow, he's got a natural swing." That's how my mom would tell the story. That's how I got into it initially, was my mom.
Wyndham Clark grew up in a competitive family, and by the end of high school was one of the top recruits in the nation.
My dad kind of sat me down and was like, "What are you thinking?" And that's kind of when I was really focused on Oklahoma State. OSU produces a bunch of professional golfers. My mind was set. My freshman year, I found out my mom was sick. Came home for the Christmas break, and then they told us after Christmas, like, "Your mom has cancer again," and it came back pretty aggressive. It's not good. It was pretty devastating.
Wyndham's mother, Lisa, was diagnosed with breast cancer, and sadly, just 8 months later, in August of 2013, passed away. She was 55 years old.
When the grieving of my mom set in, golf didn't seem to be fun anymore. That's where my anger and frustration came out. So that was tough because, I was hurt and didn't want to play golf anymore.
In 2016, Clark transferred to Oregon.
I heard about this hotshot kid from Oklahoma State, wanted a new beginning.
A key part of that rejuvenation was Oregon's assistant coach, John Ellis.
I was a pretty good player at one point, and I didn't have the attitude that you need to have to be a PGA Tour player. Felt like I kind of took him under my wing and try to learn from the things that I did poorly.
John was a huge part of my success at Oregon. I started winning tournaments. I started to believe in myself again and started having fun with golf again. I ended up being Player of the Year and won the Pac-12 championship.
Teaming up with Ellis helped provide consistency. But Clark felt he was still not reaching his full potential.
I turned pro. I went through a slump. I remember calling John saying, "Any way you could just come help me."
I thought he was maybe at his worst, right? Attitude-wise, we had a talk after. It's like, you're on the verge of being a tour star and also on the verge of being out of golf.
I always have this feeling like I'm getting behind. It's kind of that fire that is burning within me that always wants to get better and try to be the best. I'd never really fully attacked the mental side of it. I thought I did, but this time I said, okay, I'm going to go all in.
I met Wyndham at a Starbucks in Scottsdale, and I walked away from that meeting. I was like, I don't know. I just didn't know if we would mesh.
She's like, "Clearly you're good. You keep your card every year, but everyone tells me you blow up on the golf course." And I kind of self-sabotaged. I'd be coming down the stretch, and I would fumble at the end of a round because I was so concerned about where I was going to finish, the points I was going to get, and it would get to me. I started my day with reading and then meditating. Then I just started this snowball effect of positive thinking.
He realized the work he was putting in was paying off.
Wow, pure putt.
He didn't buckle under the pressure. He actually embraced the pressure. He blossomed.
Finally, after 5 years, Clark broke through for his first win.
And he's made his family proud.
To finally put it all together, I learned how to win there. I learned how to continue to put the pedal down.
Coming to Los Angeles with a win under his belt, Clark's confidence was at an all-time high.
Please welcome Wyndham Clark.
Oh my goodness. He went for the hero shot and pulled it off.
Wyndham Clark in total control.
He was coming in that 18th hole on Saturday.
Be right.
And I saw him say, "Be right," but his face was so confident. I could tell it was different.
Wow. Twirl of the year.
There was no fear.
With rounds of 64, 67, and 69, Clark earned a spot in the final group on Sunday of the U.S. Open with a familiar face.
He was playing with Ricky, and everyone's going to be screaming Ricky's name. He basically came up with a plan that every time you hear Ricky, you think of your own goals.
Kind of dangerous here.
He went under it yesterday.
Well, that is so good right there. That is really good.
Clark weathered the storm with a 1 under 34 on the front nine.
Well, things that he and mental coach Julie have worked on is the negative self-talk.
And found himself standing in the 14th fairway with a 1-shot lead.
When my mom was passing away and on her final days, she kind of brought me into a room, which was obviously very intimate. One of the things that she said to me was to play big, and she kind of always had said that. She goes, you're gonna have a platform to witness and inspire young kids, adults, and she goes, make sure that it's not for your own selfish reasons, make sure it's for something greater than yourself. It's become my mantra.
So much runs through your mind between shots.
It's amazing to look at, a negative thing of my mom passing away and what she told me with playing big, how it's turned into such a positive. It's definitely words that I think about all the time.
Clark could ice it right here.
Always praying that I'm playing big for her and that she's looking down and smiling on me.
What a shot. Wyndham Clark, look at that opening. It's only about 20 feet.
To hit it in that 10-foot gap from 275 yards. I think it's one of the greatest golf shots in U.S. Open history.
Need to make a par to win the U.S. Open. As I'm walking up, I tried really hard not to look around and anything. I was like, okay, right now let's do more of the be cocky part and let's get it in. I got over that saying, I'm the best lag putter, and then said, okay, just make sure we give this a little extra hit because I typically leave it short.
It's over. He did it.
Those next 2 minutes were probably the hardest 2 minutes because I wanted to break down and cry then, and now I have all this emotion coming up. I just felt my mom's presence, which was neat.
The stage is clear for Wyndham Clark, who takes down all the stars in Los Angeles to win the United States Open.
He works his tail off. To be the U.S. Open champ was, one of the coolest things ever.
The negativity had lifted. And it's not that it's not in there, he knows how to work with it now.
The champion, Wyndham Clark of Denver, Colorado.
My name's on that trophy forever. I think more great things are going to happen, and I'm just hoping this is the beginning.
So meet me in the morning sun.